Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas live high school football on KDF TV tonight, Thursday special edition, and it is a big one, the district opener tonight here at Cabinets between Veterans Memorial and the King Mustangs. 9-team district. Every game counts. Only 4 make the playoffs, and you know that both teams want to get off to a great start tonight. I'm joined tonight by Jeff Dubroff. Jeff, great job a week ago. We thought we'd bring you back again tonight. And no, in all seriousness, great job last week. And I know you're fired up for this one because this is a big game for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely, Alan. First off, I'm flattered. You did well also. I mean, got to throw the compliments back and forth for the chemistry. It is a big game. You're looking at Veterans Memorial looking to start off the year 2-0. They got that big non-district win against school district opponent in Miller, 57-35. That is coming off strong to make a statement right off the bat. And obviously King head coach Doug Foster looking for that first win in his tenure as the Mustangs head coach. Going to be a really good game tonight. I'm excited. 2 high-flying offenses take the field this Thursday night, Alan.
Well, for Coach Doug Foster, he's looking for his first win at King. And here's a coach who's had great success wherever he has been. Unfortunately, when he took the King job, the COVID-19 hit, so there was no spring training, very little off-season conditioning, only 1 scrimmage game, and only 1 non-district game to prepare for district. So he's still trying to get the playbook fully installed. So he said he was going to keep it fairly simple tonight, but he said they had a good game plan against Veterans Memorial. We'll see how it all shapes out.
Yeah, Alan, it's not ideal when all of that happens. A lot of teams, all the teams going through it, but especially for a coach in his first year at a school. But luckily, when you have a quarterback like Ben Stewart, he's a senior. He's been the starting quarterback for the Mustangs since his sophomore year. Whether or not it's a new playbook, you're still seeing that familiar face leadership for a team that needs it.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and let's get down to the action. The King Mustangs are going to kick the ball off to Veterans Memorial. And so Vets, the team is, again, scored 57 points a week ago. They'll get the ball first. So we'll see how it all shapes out here early going. Good crowd on hand tonight. Gorgeous night for football. We're glad you're here. Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas live football here on KDF. So Mustangs with the kickoff. And it's a short kickoff, and Vets will take it from their own 10, 15, 20, 25, and it's a good run back. That's a nice run back all the way up to about the 33-yard line. Jeff, nice starting field position for Vets Memorial.
Yeah, and Alan, here comes maybe the best player in the entire district, Carter Centerfit, in his first game of the season, 232 yards through the air, 108 yards on the ground. He's a senior, really fantastic, and when he gets going early, it really sets the tone. Look for him to have a big night, and that's one of my keys for Veterans Memorial. Let him work, and on the other side, King only can hope to contain him. We'll see how they can do it tonight.
All right, and they will start again from their own 33, and it's a direct pitch out to number 28, maybe a yard gain there. That is Jacob Lugo. And look at them. They're coming right out.
Yeah, they're coming out in a no quarterback set. Centerfit on the sideline, and 2 bad snaps, Alan.
And all the way back to about the 14-yard line. Wow.
And now Cody Semper going to bring in his star quarterback. This is an offense, Alan. They're returning 5 starters. They lost 7 guys. One of those is Kobe Piper, one of the best running backs from last year in all of the Coastal Bend. How are they going to look to replace him? Well, we saw it in the first game. It was with Carter Centerfit doing a lot of the game on the ground.
Well, this is certainly not the way that they wanted to start this ball game, so they're deep.
Oh, wow. Might have just gotten bailed out by an unsportsmanlike call on King, Allen.
I thought they may have called it on both sides of the football.
Might have been.
So I think they're offsetting. So
okay. It
is 3rd and forever now for Vets Memorial from their own 13-yard line.
Let's see what they do.
Yeah, this is a team that doesn't mind throwing the ball, and they had a lot of success a week ago against the Miller Buccaneers. So Centerfit with the ball, looking,
there is Cameron
and
Delapena.
He's got a man wide open. Yeah, he is wide. He'll take it all the way to the house. Cameron Delapena, look at him go. And he starts off with a flash. Wow, what a way to start this football game. Vets Memorial strikes, and they strike big.
Yeah, Cameron Delapena, he's a junior, Allen. He is fantastic. 158 yards last week against Miller. 2 touchdowns coming off, starting strong. He had a beautiful fake on a flag route and just cut back to the post. Easy money for Carter Centerfit to Cameron Delapena as they get 2.
Yeah, and you see the instant replay right here, and it's a long gainer. So Vets starts fast, just like they did a week ago, and they did this a week ago also, getting a 2-point conversion to start the ball game.
Yeah.
So we are, 54 seconds into this football game, and just like that, Vets Memorial has an 8-0 lead.
Yeah, Alan, you're looking at Carter center fit there. I mean, he had to be pushed out to the right side of the pocket, but he knew eventually Cameron Delapina was going to get open and put it right where it needed to be. Delapina just burnt the 2 defenders. An easy touchdown for Veterans Memorial after starting on back-to-back bad plays.
Well, that'll help your stats if you're the quarterback. And for center fit, he's 1 for 1, and he's looking good early. All right, so let's see now how the King Mustangs respond. Down 8-0, 54 seconds into this football game. So who needs preseason? You know, you got Vets Memorial. They didn't even have a scrimmage. They came out and they scored on their opening drive a week ago against Miller. They put up 57 points. I know King would like to have a lot of preseason because, again, they are installing both a brand new offense, a brand new defense, got a new head coach. And Vets is going to kick it off. And this one will take them down to about the 10-yard line and to the 20, all the way down to about the 25-yard line. So decent field position to start for the King Mustangs.
Yeah, Alan, here comes the King offense. As I mentioned in the pregame, Ben Stewart, the senior quarterback, and in the backfield, he's got Josiah King. That's a really good running back he has to rely on. Ben Stewart, though, really accurate when he has time. It's going to be a tough challenge. See if this King offensive line can protect for him. And if they can, they're going to be able to keep up with the pace that Carter Centerfit just put up.
All right, handoff, or the fake anyway. Nope, he did get it. That's Josiah King, and he's not going anywhere. King Mustangs put in one of their new offense this year. They put in the wing T, and then when they throw the ball, they'll go to the pistol. They did throw the ball 35 times a week ago, but they do want to run the ball first. So they lost a yard on first down, so it's now going to be 2nd and 11 from their own 24-yard line. Ben Stewart at quarterback. And they'll hand it off to number 12. That's Brian Guillen, and just not much there. So it's going to be 3rd and long now for the King Mustangs.
Yeah, Alan, this is a defense that, they looked really strong, even though giving up 35 points to a potent Miller team. Guy I want you to look out for is number 9, Jabez Hudson. Had 12 tackles last week, 8 of those unassisted, just solo tackles. He's a ball hawk in the secondary. Watch for him to just be all over the place this evening.
All right, 3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Look for Ben Stewart to put the ball in the air, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to roll right. He's looking. He's going to take off. He's got a chance. He does get, I believe he's right at the stick. I think before he got run out of bounds, he may have the first down.
Might mark him a yard short, but if I'm Doug Foster, go for it. Go for it right here. Set up the tone. Set the tone. You just saw what Carter Centerfit can do with 90 yards.
Yeah, he is a yard shy. So, wow, they are going to go for it on 4th and 1 in their own territory. But you got to take advantage when you have the football against Vets. You got to score when you have it. Maybe try to draw him off sides here. That's Stewart behind center. And he's going to try to get the first himself, but I think he's going to be short. And I think Vets is going to hold him here.
I think he got that late push. We're going to see where the official marks it. I think he got the late push, and he did.
Now they're going to give him the forward progress, so it is going to be a first down. A gutsy call by the King Mustangs. I like it.
Hey, early in a game against one of the best teams, if not the preseason favorite in your district, you got to just pull everything out early, take chances.
All right, so 1st and 10, Mustangs. And they are running some clock here. They want to keep that ball away from Vets. 9:23 to go here in the first period. 8-0 Vets. And the fake and the throw across the middle. And that ball is going to get picked off. That's number 30. That is Joseph Davis with the INT. Kind of a ricochet pass there.
Really nice play by the defensive line. Someone got a hand on that and deflected into the air. An easy interception for Joseph Davis. Another guy you need to look out for. That secondary is as good as any you'll find in this district.
All right, so just as King had gotten the first down, now it's Veterans' turn. They get the ball in great field position on the King 30-yard line. Centerfit looking. He's got all day to throw. Oh, in and out of the hands. The normally sure-handed Manseth just could not hang on to that one.
Yeah, you got to come up with those plays early. Try to get momentum. I've been saying it. Carter Centerfit, when he gets into a groove, he is lights out. I mean, coming off of that touchdown, would love to see that be a completion, but find a way back here.
All right, 2nd and 10 now for Vets. And this is Joseph Meador. And he'll pick up maybe 3 or 4. Joseph played in the defensive secondary a year ago, and they converted him to running back, something that he played early in his career. And he was very excited when he found out he was going to be the featured tailback this year.
Big shoes to fill. Kobe Piper obviously left after his senior season. Was really, really fun to watch.
So 3rd and 7 now for Vets. And Centerfit is going to take off. And he'll go up the middle. He'll get the first down and more, all the way to the 10, to the 5, and he is in the end zone. And boy, he made that look easy.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're dropping people back like that, and you can't get pressure with a 3-man front. He felt it early. He saw that he had no one open, and the hole just was there for him, right in front of his face. He was able to take off, and much like Ty Leonard for London last week, Alan, Carter Centerfit is just as good on the ground as he is through the air.
All right, so the Eagles scored touchdowns on 3rd down on both times. And the kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:32 to play here in the first period, the Eagles stretch their lead 15-0. You're watching Game Night South Texas on KDF. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back to Game Night South Texas, live from Cavness Field, Veterans Memorial. 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. They have a 15-0 lead, 8:32 to play here in the first period. So here comes the kickoff to the King Mustangs. And the Mustangs will take it from the 10. They'll run it up to the 15, looking for somewhere to go. Just not a whole lot there. So they're going to start at around their 18-yard line. So, Jeff, King got off to a fairly decent start. They converted on 4th down, and then the turnover.
Yeah, you're playing against a team, Alan, that turnovers, no matter who you're playing, are going to absolutely crush you. Against a team like Veterans Memorial, where you have a guy like Carter Centerfit who's able to just command the offense and will have to limit those, try to come back here. If I'm Doug Foster, slow things down again. That you saw it, that's what they were doing. If you're able, try to, milk this clock 6-7 minutes.
All right, Ben Stewart hands off to Josiah King. Boy, just nothing there. I think he lost maybe a yard or 2. And it's going to be now 2nd and long.
Alan, the nose guard, pay attention to Nick Guerrero. He's a sophomore, but does not play like one. He is fantastic. He is going to break through, and he can clog holes better than anyone on this field.
They lost a yard on the play. It's 2nd and 11 now for the King Mustangs. And Stewart fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself. Boy, nothing there. Nice play there. Nice pursuit by the Vets D. They lost 2 more yards on that play.
Just a simple read option. Made the right call, had the defensive end crashing down, just wasn't able to get past the linebacker there. Whenever you're going to run those, Alan, got to be, make sure your receivers are able to hold blocks. The defensive back for Veterans Memorial just made nice moves to get past them.
So it's 3rd and 12 now for King, looking to get out of a hole here. They're down 15-0 here in the first period. Ben Stewart in the backfield. And And he'll roll right. He's looking, trying to find a man, throws it downfield, and nice catch there. I believe, is that number 88? Is that Nathan Reyes?
Nathan Reyes. Nice
and they pick up the first down.
Really
wow.
Nice throw there on the run by Ben Stewart. I watched him a little bit pregame. He is really agile, very mobile, very athletic. Can make those throws on a dime, and really just did those so there to the sophomore on the outside on the comeback route.
That was a great pickup there by the Mustangs. So 1st and 10 now from their own 30-yard line. And Josiah King finally finds some running room this time, and he'll pick up about 8 yards all the way up to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, good find there by Josiah King. That's supposed to be a play up the middle. He bounces to the outside, sees there's nothing there, and he just uses his speed to get around the end. Nice 8-yard gain.
So for the first time tonight, they got some breathing room on 2nd down. And this is King again, and he is going to be pushed back a yard or two. So nothing there, so the Mustangs are going to be facing it on the 3rd down. Again, Jeff, this is a new offense King's still working on. They're, coming out and with this running game. And when they do throw, they'll go to the pistol. But there's just so much of the playbook they haven't been able to put in yet.
Yeah, it's one of those weird situations, obviously, when the coronavirus strikes and Doug Foster not able to have that spring football that, he'd normally get.
All right, big play here now. 3rd and 3. They were able to convert last time on 3rd down. Let's see if they can do it again. Stewart batted down by number 41, and that is Dylan Pena.
Yeah, Dylan Pena. Talk about an all-around athlete. We talked about the Casalon twins last week being good at basketball and football. Dylan Pena is one of the best baseball players you'll find in this area. Alan, you've been covering them for a long time. Veterans Memorial, great baseball school, and he's one of their best.
All right, so Ben Stewart will be the punter. Back deep is Cameron De La Pena. So Vets defense does their job. They force the punt here. And it's a low liner. And De La Pena will take it from his own 28-yard line. Right up the middle, gets about 15 yards, all the way up to about the 44. So Vets will get good field position on their 3rd drive of the football game.
Yeah, Alan, a little more on Dylan Pena. He, believe it or not, this past weekend was in Boston at Fenway for a big event representing the Coastal Bend. Congratulations to him and his family on quite the achievement. Could you imagine Fenway Park at 17 years old? I can't.
All right, 1st down and 10 now for Vets Memorial on their own 43-yard line. And some good pursuit here by the King D. Nowhere to run for Meador. And they're gonna they're gonna mark it right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain, 2nd and 10, and right at it again now is Vets Memorial. Carter Senefit gonna go deep again. He's looking for number 5. He's open. Ooh, man, he almost had it. That is Bradley Berta. That was a good pass by Carter Senefit.
Yeah, it couldn't have been more on the money. Maybe just a little long, but Bradley Berta got his hands on it. Just couldn't pull it in. Really nice pass from Senefit, though. Only a couple of incompletions, but he's looked really good thus far.
All right, 3rd and 10 now for Vets from their own 43. Already up 15-0 here in the 1st period. 5:05 to play. And remember, both touchdowns came on 3rd down previously, and they're going to try to do it again, but Senefit this time nowhere to run, and he is going to go down. I think he's going to go down. Yes, he's going to finally get down at about the 38-yard line. So for the first time tonight, it's 3 and out for Vets Memorial.
Yeah, he was looking for Bradley Berta, who ran a similar route that we saw from Cameron De La Pena on the touchdown pass. A fake on the flag route over the middle on the post, just was covered well by the defensive back.
As you can see, the clock continues to run. 4:34 to go here. A lot of action already in this football game. So Vets, for the first time tonight, will punt the ball away. And looked like King may have moved a little bit early on that one. And this is a punt that will roll inside the 30 all the way down to the 29-yard line. Let's check the flag here. Let's see. Look like maybe King may have moved just a tad early.
Just a little bit. Alan, if I'm Cody Simper here, do I take advantage of this mistake and go for it, or do I just repunt?
Well, let's see. It would give you what, 4th and 5? 5 yards is certainly manageable.
Be about, I think it's going to be about 4th and 8.
Yeah, because of the sack, it did move them back an extra 3. So, no, I think they'll probably still punt the ball here. Yeah, it's going to be about 4th and about 9. So, yeah, they're going to both quarterbacks punt for the teams here. And, of course, Centerfit punting for Vets, and he's always a chance to throw the ball, but he does kick this one away, and boy, that's going to get a good roll inside to about the 15-yard line. So penalty really hurts King, because now they're going to start from their own 15-yard line.
Alan, I want to see Ben Stewart throw the ball more. I mean, we were seeing the offense get going. Move him outside the pocket, because look, that defensive line, led by Nick Guerrero at the nose guard, they're going to find their way through. They're very, very strong. And not to say the King offensive line can't handle it, but let's get Ben Stewart out of the pocket, get him where he's most comfortable, and that's moving and throwing on the run. That's what we've seen early on in this game.
Well, let's see if they're listening to you, because here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Stewart, the quarterback. Isaiah King is going to run the ball, and he's a tough runner. He'll get about 3 yards. Coach Doug Foster saying that Isaiah King is our home run hitter. He can break it big, but he's also the guy we like to go to when we need that tough 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, Josiah is a strong athlete, really strong athlete, great kid as well.
So gain of about 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8 now. King in absolutely no hurry, running the clock here. Stewart straight back. Now he's going to roll to the right, and he's going to take off. He's going to be about 4 yards shy of a first down. Good crowd tonight.
Yeah, really nice crowd, even at 50% capacity.
Oh yeah, they got Vets has a lot of fans. King has a lot of fans as well. So it's good to have some Thursday night football we can talk about here. All right, here's Josiah King, nowhere to go. So they could not pick up a first down.
Not sure how I feel about the draw play there, Alan. You know, you're seeing how well they're moving the ball when they pass the ball. Would have maybe had liked to seen a quick just slant stop route to Brian Guillen over the middle.
Mustangs will punt the ball away. Ben Stewart is the punter. And back deep for Vets is Cameron De La Pena. So let's see what kind of kick that Ben Stewart could get here. And it is a good kick. De La Pena will take it from his 33. Oh. He bobbles the ball, and it's still loose.
And it's going to be a King ball, Alan.
It is a King ball. You're right. Vets had a couple of chances to jump on it, just couldn't do it. And it's recovered by the King Mustangs. Number 70, Brian Alanis.
And that, I mean,
with the football.
Those are killer, Alan. I mean, there's obviously a difference between an interception. But when you muff a punt like that, it's rough. You give King the ball now at the Veterans Memorial 34-yard line. An offense that's just been unable to start, and now fresh life maybe to be able to get on the board for the first time in this game.
Well, Ben Stewart got a really good kick there, and it pushed De La Pena back a little bit, and they fumbled the ball away. So let's see now if the Mustangs can take advantage. Their best field position all night. 1st and 10 from the Vets' 34-yard line. Stewart looking, throws, got a man. Oh, not much yardage there. And Brian Guillen, he was swarmed on there, just nowhere to go.
Let's see, yeah, they're doing the no huddle here. I like this. Speed this up, get Ben Stewart into a rhythm. He's your senior leader on this team along with Josiah King. Get that quarterback in rhythm, see if he can catch Veterans Memorial off guard and get a and get an easy play.
Well, it was a pickup of 4, so it's now going to be 2nd and 6. Stewart's going to throw again, or at least try to. He'll take off, and he's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on the play, so it's going to be third down, about 4. Well, Ben looked for somebody, just couldn't find anybody open, and he took off and picked up a couple of yards. So
yeah, let's see. I mean, I'm looking right now. These cornerbacks are playing back. See if they can catch him, maybe with a 5-yard out and enough for a first down to Brian Guillen here on the slot.
all right, so third and about 4. And we're obviously in 4-down territory here for the King Mustangs. So they want to keep this drive alive. They're taking a lot of time here. All right, Stewart checking over the defense. And it's Isaiah King, and he is going to pick up the first down and more. Look at how strong he is, all the way inside to about the 17-yard line. It's a big pickup for King. So Josiah King gets the first down.
Nice run there.
All the way down to about the 17-yard line. Josiah King with a nice run, and that's what he does. He's a tough runner. So first and 10 now for King as they move the ball inside the 20-yard line. Let's see what they can do here. The clock is running, 16 seconds left to play here in the first period. And this is Josiah King again, and he'll maybe pick up 1 or 2 yards at best. And that's the final play of the first period. So after 12 minutes of action, Veterans Memorial leads King Mustangs 15-0. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas live high school football on KDF TV. We're back with more right after this. Welcome back to Game Night South Texas live on the CW, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. And here's the situation. Mustangs down 15-0, but they got 2nd and 8 on the 16-yard line of Vets Memorial. They are trying to take advantage of a turnover, and let's see, we may have some early movement here by the Veterans Memorial Eagles. And that's exactly what we got. So it's a 5-yard penalty. They needed 8 for a first down, so it'll now be 2nd and about 3. So that helps the situation for King as they try to get back in this football game.
Yeah, Alan, goes without saying here, but I'll say it anyways. This is 4-down territory.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You can't settle for 3 against Veterans Memorial in this situation.
Ben Stewart hands it off to Josiah King, and Josiah King is going back the other direction. Nowhere to run, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. So it'll now be I want to say about 3rd and 5 at least for the Mustangs. They got to take advantage if they want to score a touchdown. They got to really take advantage of some maybe, throw it back, corner end zone. Let's see what happens. Let's see what these receivers have.
Yeah, you're going to see trips right here, which is, if they're playing man-to-man, maybe see some crossing routes to. And when you're trying to chase after a man on a crossing route man-to-man, you can get something over the middle of the field wide open.
All right, they can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown. So let's see what happens here on about 3rd and 5. Ben Stewart rolling left, looking. He's being pursued. He's going to have to get rid of the football. He can't do it. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. He's going to lose about 3 yards on the play. So that's going to set up about 4th and long. So let's see if they bring in the field goal team.
Yeah, and that's just a mistake there by Ben Stewart. You have to understand the situation here. You're in field goal range. That might take you out of it depending on the ability of your field goal kicker. Have to throw the ball away and give yourself a chance to either have a better 4th down situation or just make the field goal closer.
Well, they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th and about 12. again, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Let's see what they can do here. Ben Stewart calling the signals, and it's going to be a screen pass to Josiah King. Let's see if he can get there, and Josiah's going to come off a little bit short as he's going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line. So a big defensive stand by Vets Memorial as they push the Mustangs back after the turnover.
Yeah, great swarming there by the Veterans Memorial defense. Just too easy on that side. And, you know, I mean, Ben Stewart got to get rid of the ball, but at the same time had an opportunity there. That's going to be a drive that King looks back, kicking themselves for not even to get, as I mentioned, more than likely should get 6, but not even 3.
So that starts now their 18-yard line. This is Carter Centerfit looking, throwing, has a man. Is he inbounds? Yes, he is. He makes the catch at about the 24, 25-yard line. So looks like Carter wasn't really ready for the snap, but he was able to get it and roll left and made the completion. So
yeah, they're moving fast now, Alan.
Second down and about 6. Well, Centerfit, boy, he's got all day. Got a man open. And incomplete, almost picked off. It was intended for Bradley Berta, and there was 2 King guys there, but neither one could get a hold of the pigskin, so that'll stop the clock with 10:42 to play.
Man, Centerfit really just zoomed it in there. Had plenty of time. I thought he could have taken off and run and gotten the first down. See what they do here. Look for Cameron Delapignon, just a nice out router on the top side here. Or rather,
they're gonna go jet sweep around the left side. They're gonna pick up a first down at more, and he is gonna go all the way. Wow, Menza is gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Vets Memorial. Wow. I didn't think it was going to do much at first, but all of a sudden he had some wide open spaces. Take another look at it, and he's going to go down that left side, and we're looking at the replay, Jeff, and he just runs away from any would-be tacklers.
Yeah, that's what happens when your receivers on the outside are able to hold their blocks like that. I mean, a jet sweep to the short side of the field. I was with you, Alan. I thought I was going to get the first down, but guys hold their blocks. He's able to break through and take it to the big box.
All right, they have struck again, and they take a 21-0 lead. So all of their touchdowns tonight have come on third down. So they have certainly taken advantage of being able to convert on that third down. They get a touchdown. And so, man, talk about change up here. You look like that maybe King might go in and try to slice into that lead after getting the turnover. Couldn't get it done. So Vets gets the ball, and then they score on 3 plays.
They're making it look very easy. I mean, we talked about it. The big theme of the game is just jumping right into the fire. Both of these teams, limited preseason, no spring practice. They look like they haven't missed a beat from the 2019 season, and they look fantastic.
And again, they didn't even get a scrimmage. Most teams got at least one scrimmage in, but not Veterans Memorial. So
they look great.
And of course, it's a combination of great coaching, good players, and they are certainly showing what they got.
Absolutely. I mean, a great combination of speed and just agility there by Mensa to just find that open hole, and then once you give them a little bit of space, you're not catching them.
Connor Rye will kick off now for Vets Memorial, up 21-0, 10:30 to play here in the second quarter. And here it comes. And the Mustangs will take it at about the 10-yard line. And that's Josiah King. And look at Josiah King turn on some speed, Jeff. 40. Down to about the 40. Let's see where he ran out of bounds. Somewhere around the 44, maybe?
Nope. I think it's going to be about the 38.
All right. Okay. So good kickoff return by Josiah King. Well, they got to get something going right here.
Yeah, I mean, they really do, Alan. And I've been saying it. I've been preaching for it. Keep the ball in Ben Stewart's hands. See if he can get going through the air. And once he can do that, get a little more comfortable in the pocket. Opens up everything. If you can open up the pass game, it's going to open up the run game and vice versa. And get a little play action going.
King starts from their own 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Ben Stewart at quarterback. And Josiah King simply nowhere to go. It's almost like Vets was in their huddle and knew exactly what the play call was. It's a big loss.
Allen, it's a strong front seven for Veterans Memorial this year. They are really good. It's a team that's returning 6 starters on defense from last year's 2019 team. As we recall, went all the way to the regional final, 1 game away from the state semis.
Mustangs lost 4 on the play, 2nd and 14 now, so the obvious passing situation here. And I believe that Betts is a little too quick on the draw there, unless they were pulled offsides. Let's see. Yep. Neutral zone infraction by Betts Memorial. That'll move the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd at about 10. Makes things a little easier now for Ben Stewart and company. So let's see if maybe he might try to go deep here. I would not be surprised. And Stewart is back. He's being chased. Boy, just doesn't have time to throw the football. He'll take off. He'll 40, 45. Look at him run all the way to the 50. That's a first down. Ben Stewart using his legs to move the chains.
Deceptive speed, deceptive speed. But look, they need to give him a little more time. He cannot be afford to be running around all game because eventually he's going to get caught. But I like the calls.
Yeah,
no back formation. Let him throw the football.
Jaden Morrow was all over him there, and Ben just took off. And big first down for the Mustangs to keep the drive alive. Down 21-0 here in the first half. 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter. First and 10 now from the Vets' 48-yard line. And Josiah King will take it up the middle, and he'll get he's pretty close to the first down. That'll be right at the stick. Let's see. That's pick up about, 9.5 yards, maybe 10. They're going to mark him just a little bit short. A 9-yard pickup for Josiah King. So now, Jeff, you got 2nd and short. You can do a lot of things now.
Yeah, the ability to do a lot of things. I'd keep the ball on the ground here, get Josiah down on the ground. I know I've been saying to throw the football, but in a 2nd-1 situation,
I like the idea of maybe throwing it deep here.
You could go either way.
All right, let's see what they do here. 2nd and short. And
nice read by Ben Stewart.
Yeah, he's going to pick up a first down and more all the way down to the 30-yard line. Nice run.
Great play. I wish we could show this replay, Alan. If you look, the way the read option works, for those who don't know, quarterback is keeping his eye on the outside man on the defensive line. In this instance, it was the defensive end. If he comes crashing down, he needs to pull that ball immediately, and he fills that spot. Ben Stewart saw it, pulled the ball from Josiah King's arms, and took off. That was a great read by Ben Stewart. That's what a senior quarterback does.
And that's twice now he's been able to pick up first downs with his feet on this drive. So it's 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. A free play. You're right, going deep, and he's got a man, and that is going to be a King Mustangs touchdown.
Nathan Reyes, the sophomore, banged up on the play. I think he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him, Alan.
And we do have a replay here, and Nathan Reyes, boy, he goes up, snags that ball, and I think maybe that ball may have landed right in his tummy.
Yeah, I think
and it may have knocked the wind out of him. Hopefully he'll be all right. So Mustangs show a lot of, they come back and answer after the long touchdown run by Vets Memorial. So they close the gap now. The 22-6 as they take a look at the young man who scored the touchdown, Nathan Reyes, and looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's never fun.
Well, we've kind of been hoping that King would go deep, kind of stretch out this secondary to see what they could do.
What a great pass, though, Alan.
It was. So Ben
fantastic.
Was awesome on this drive. Again, picked up 2 first downs running the ball. Then he throws the TD pass to Nathan Reyes. So on for the extra point now for the Mustangs as they get on the board for the first time tonight. Boy, that's a great shot of the moon. Look at that. That's gorgeous. High snap. And the kick is blocked. And The extra point is no good. So with 8 minutes exactly to play here in the second quarter, it's Vets Memorial 22, Kings 6. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas on KDF. We're back right after this. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas, live high school football from Cavaniss Field. Alan Harwell along with Jeff Dubroff, and the Mustangs have just scored on a 30-yard TD pass from Benjamin Stewart to Nathan Reyes to get back in this football game. They trailed 22-6. Exactly 8 minutes left to play in this ball game. And that's Benjamin Stewart kicking the ball off. It's a short kick down to about the 25 and to the 40-yard line to about the 43-yard line. Bradley Berta with a nice kickoff return. So, Jeff, the Eagles are going to get good field position here after the King Mustangs touchdown.
Yeah, and let's see, King, ideally, obviously, defense comes out. Let's see if they can get a stop and then hand the ball back off to their offense where they can just control the tempo for the rest of this game. Or the half, excuse me, Alan.
Well, let's see what they can do now. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. This is Meador with the handoff, and he'll take it up the middle. And, boy, look at him go. And he's going to be maybe about a yard shy of a first down. So a nice pickup on first down. It's actually going to be now 2nd and about 2.
Alan, he's got Cameron De La Pena. I mean, the bottom receivers, bottom of your screen, are going to find someone open here.
They go to the short pass, and, yeah, it's a nice catch there by Gonzalez. And Gonzalez will get a first down. He picks it up down to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, easy play. It almost looked like King was not ready on the bottom side of your screen on defense. You know, sometimes this tempo is fast. And Veterans Memorial, a team who does it so well, they can take advantage.
All right, first down and 10 now. And this is Meador again. And, boy, he's got some running room around that right side, all the way inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Joseph Meador picking up another Eagles first down, making it look easy here. And, again, as Jeff said, they're fast-paced offense here by the Eagles.
And, again, look for Cameron De La Pena over the middle.
Centerfit going deep right side, a little overthrown. Looked like he was trying to get number 5, Bradley Berta. And it's an incomplete pass, and that will stop the clock now with 6:52 to play in the second quarter. That's pretty much picking up on what they did last week against Miller. They were just an offensive machine, and this time it's Meador again, and he'll go up the middle, and he's close to another Eagles first down.
Joseph Meador's been fantastic. Running head down, downhill. Looks really good on this drive.
Oh, high snap. It looked like it was for Meador. And Carter Centerfit will recover the ball.
Second snap of the first half, Alan. That's gone over the quarterback's head.
Well, it looked like wasn't that a direct snap?
It looked like it was a direct snap. Second snap of the half, rather, that's gone past the quarterback running back.
So all of a sudden now it's 4th and long. They, of course, are going to go for it.
Watch bottom of your screen here.
So many weapons. And that's De La Pena, your man, and look at him go. He's going to pick up the first down, and he's going to pick up a touchdown. Cameron De La Pena scores again, and the Eagles are going to stretch their lead now out to 28-6.
Alan, talk about the trust there Cody Simper has in his receivers. That's a screenplay, and if one receiver misses a block, that play is done from the get-go. Cameron Della Pena follows his blocker, finds the seam. That's a fantastic play all around. That is really, really impressive. Takes a lot of trust from a play caller there to make that play call.
Connor Rye with the extra point, and it is good. So Vets now leads 29-6 with 5:56 to play here. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas Live High School Football on KDF Thursday night edition. We're back with more after this.
I don't know.
All right, welcome back to Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. Live from Cavanis Field, and Vets has scored again. They now lead 29-6, 5:56 to play here in the first half. So here we go, kicking off again. And the Mustangs are going to try to get some more points before halftime, and that's Josiah King from his own goal line. He'll bring it out, and he's not going to get very far. He's going to get only to about the 9-yard line. So they're going to start deep in their own territory.
And you're seeing head coach Doug Foster saying the exact same thing that I'm thinking. Situational awareness, Alan. You're down 29-6. You're going to get the ball to start the second half. Why take the ball out there? You're going to start behind your own 10-yard line. The goal drive obviously get points. Secondary here, though, don't give the ball back to Veterans Memorial. If you're down 37-6 at halftime, I mean, that's trouble for the second half.
Well, you know the Vets defense, they're licking their chops right now. And they're all looking at that man right there, Ben Stewart, the quarterback. Let's see what he does. He'll throw, and a little high, incomplete, intended for Brian Guillen. And that'll stop the clock. You don't want to give the ball back to Veterans unless you have to.
A rare miss there by Ben Stewart, who's been pretty exceptional throwing the ball today.
And he had good protection that time.
He did.
So sometimes it's better if you're moving around in the pocket. Some of these quarterbacks like it that way. They get into a groove. So now it's 2nd and 10, deep in their own territory. Fake to King, throws it out. Maybe a gain of about 4. So it's going to be about 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 6 now, and the clock is running. 5:34 and counting. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts left. And if you're the Mustangs, you certainly don't want to give up the football deep in your own territory, so they want to keep this drive alive and run some more clock. That's exactly what they're doing here. Down to 5 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, 2. Stewart rolling right. Oh, had to jump over a couple of guys. Tried to find number 88, Nathan Reyes, who scored the touchdown earlier. The ball is incomplete.
Tried to do his personal Tim Tebow, your favorite, Alan.
I know. I love Tim Tebow. I was actually thinking of Roger Staubach. I'm dating myself here, but see, that's the difference in our age. You're thinking Tim Tebow, and I'm thinking Roger Staubach. All right, so now Ben Stewart's going to have to punt from his own goal line. He's going to need a good kick, and he does get a good kick. And that is De La Pena from his own 48 down to the 45, about the 41-yard line.
I think we're going to get a block in the back here, Alan.
Yeah, that's going to push him back a little bit.
Might be. I think came from the side judge.
Yeah, Tim Tebow, in all honesty, is probably my all-time favorite college football player. He was one of a kind. I would have loved to have been on his football team for the Gators when they won that national title.
Would you say he's the best college football
No,
player of all time?
he's my all-time favorite.
There's a lot of people, though, who say it's a holding, rather, not a blocking back.
Yeah.
A lot of people, though, Alan, say he's the best college football player of all time.
You know what? I think you're right. And, of course, Roger Staubach was a Heisman Trophy winner, too.
I'm not the one saying it, though.
I would say Roger Staubach, too. You put him in the top 5 of all-time college, along with Herschel Walker.
What an odd top 5 you've got going here, Alan.
I know, but these are, I'm, again, dating myself back to. All right, so here we go. Vets has the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. They got 4:47 to play with here. And De La Pena, did he drop that ball? I think he did, didn't he?
No, he ended up catching it.
Okay, all righty. Thought it may have bounced once off the turf. Of course, I know you're a USC man, and you have a lot of great players who played at that school. I mean, you've got a plethora of just outstanding football players.
Just a few.
All right, that's Meador, and he'll gain about 5, so it'll be 3rd and about 5 now for Vets Memorial. Got plenty of time, 4:11 to go. They got all 3 timeouts. And this is number 8. Mensah, who's already scored 1 touchdown. Look at him go, and they're not going to get him here again. That's another touchdown for Vets Memorial.
Alan, I know I've said it. I've hit on it so many times this night. The blocking by the receivers has just been superb. Cameron De La Pena said a great block down at the line of scrimmage on the screen. And then blocking downfield was Jonathan Gonzalez, who gave Mensah just enough time to give himself some space, gets the stiff arm, breaks free. Jonathan Gonzalez, great blocking downfield, really freed up that play in the end. It's such an underrated skill, Alan. It really is.
All right, the kick is good. Yeah, you can do a training tape seminar on that last touchdown. So, with 3:50 to play here in the first half, Vets leads now 36-6. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas on KDF TV. Welcome back to Thomas J. Game Night South Texas. Thomas J. Henry, we appreciate his sponsorship of high school football here. And I'm telling you, number 33, Connor Ryan's going to wear himself out here. He has already kicked off a lot tonight. He's already kicked a lot of extra points, and here he is again to kick off from his own 40-yard line. If you just joined us, Vets leads now 36-6. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to play here in the first half. And the kick is going to be a little bit short, and Mustangs will take it from their own 10-yard line, 15-20, just simply nowhere to go. And they're going to start from about their own 19-yard line. So it's been all Veterans Memorial. They're showing that they're the team probably to beat now. This is a great district, Jeff. We got some really good teams, and Miller is going to have a lot to say before it's all said and done. Of course, Cal Allen is going to have a lot to say. Flower Bluff is going to have a lot to say. So we're going to have some fun games. And we got, by the way, we are going to televise Miller and Cal Allen October 16th. Can't wait for that game. Josiah King, nowhere to run. And he may lose maybe about a half a yard. There's 3:36 to play. King deep in their own territory. So let's see if they try to get something going here before halftime.
Alan, I got a score update for you.
Alice
over Wimberley in the first quarter, 7-3.
All right, good for Alice. This is a team that playing their first game of the year tonight, and they love their football in Alice.
It's a Wimberley team that was a state runner-up last year.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that score, to be honest with you. That's King now, left side, and he'll pick up about 5. Let me know if we get a Carroll score. They're playing Victoria East over at Buccaneer Stadium right now. And we'll have highlights of that game coming up on Chris 6 Sports at 10 o'clock. So, third and about 5 now for the Mustangs. They try to keep this drive alive. Clock winding down, at least the play clock is anyway. It was already down to 5, and they're going to call a timeout. So the Mustangs are going to think about it. Both bands are here tonight, so we're going to have a great halftime show. We'll have the bands, the drill teams. Glad to see that they're both here tonight. And again, the Mustangs are trailing right now. You see the scoreboard, 36-6 with 2:24 to play. Jeff, this is a big play here because you don't want to turn the ball over and give Vets another chance here before halftime.
No, absolutely. And look, a decision has to come here. Are you going to run the ball and, maybe eat some more clock? But Cody Simper and the Eagles have all 3 of their timeouts.
Well, as fast as they play, they don't need timeouts. Seems like they can score in a hurry. All right, let's see what the Mustangs are going to do here. Third and about 5. Benjamin Stewart under center. And man, there's just nowhere to run. Nothing.
And
let's see if I think we're going to have a timeout called here by Vets. Yes, we do, with 2:14 to play. So Vets is going to get the ball back, and they're going to get, I think, halfway decent field position. And they will have 2 timeouts to play with. So who do you think your 4 teams are, Jeff, coming out of this district?
It's a good question, Alan. Veterans Memorial and Flower Bluff, I think, are 2 locks. And then you're looking at both Victoria's teams. I think Victoria West might have the edge over Victoria East. And I said my dark horse might be Ray this year. I'm going to wait to see once they start getting into more of a groove. But I think GP or Moody could look really good. I mean, you're looking at a Moody team that's returning guys like Nathaniel Sada, who was named the 5A Ford Built Tough Player of the Week. Michael Cantu finally has guys who have been under his tutelage for some time now. Really have an opportunity to win.
He had 2 kickoffs back for touchdowns
big
last
time.
week.
And another team is Gregory Portland, and we're going to see head-to-head tomorrow night who's going to be able to prevail in a game like that.
I've got a score update from Buck Stadium. It's a close game. It's a defensive game. Victoria East, with about a minute left to go in the first half, leads Carroll 7-0. So we shall see. Moody was very impressive, and we'll televise their game tomorrow night against Gregory Portland. They looked really good. They got 3 really good running backs. They've got a great quarterback and above-average defense. So they've got the tools to make the playoffs this year. Here we go, 3rd and 5. Actually, it's 4th down and 5 for King, and they will pump the ball away.
And roughing the punter.
Yeah, that's a killer. That's De La Pena down the right side. So, looks like King's going to get an automatic first down on this. Yep, 5-yard penalty, running into the kicker. You called it, Jeff. So, that's a huge play. That's going to give King some new life. So, all of a sudden, their strategy changes now. They've got 2:04 to play. They've got 2 timeouts to work with. Yeah, the 5As are definitely changed up a little bit this year because you had Cal Allen and you had Alice, you had Tolosa Midway, former 5A schools, dropped down to 4A. So this is a new look 15 5A Division I this year.
No Miller either.
And no Miller, you're right. Yeah, Miller dropped. They should have been 4A years ago because of enrollment. This is Ben Stewart. Will take off, and he'll pick up about 5. So it'll be about 2nd and 5 now for King.
The read option's been really, really kind of the bread and butter so far. That's what they're getting their yards on as of late. And it starts with Ben Stewart being able to read that defensive end crashing down. He's been reading it perfectly each and every time.
And Jeff Portlovaca dropping down too. That's a big.
Gosh, that's a great district, isn't it?
Yeah, oh man, that's going to be a sight to behold. 1:30 and counting. Mustangs need to pick up a first down and keep the change going here on second down. And Ben Stewart again, and just nowhere to run. So let's see if King's going to call a timeout. The clock is running, 1:18 to play. They still have 2 timeouts. Not sure why they're not using them.
I would run this clock down and head to the locker room.
Well, I just kind of thought, Jeff, they might throw the ball deep here, maybe try to get a pass interference call. Maybe, they've already connected once going deep tonight, so you never know. Clock is winding, 56. I think you're right. They're just content to run this thing out. And that's Josiah King, first down. And he's down to about the 49. So, wait a minute now, 48 seconds to go. Could be thinking if you can get about 25 more yards here, you'd be in field goal range.
And now you can start making, taking some chances throwing the ball downfield. 48 seconds left. You're down 30 points. As mentioned, I'd try to get to the locker room, start making adjustments.
Well, I'd like to see him throw it deep here. Just to see what would happen. You never know. Try to get some points.
Look at Nathan Reyes, bottom of your screen. That's someone he's familiar with, someone he's been comfortable with. Caught that beautiful touchdown pass earlier in the game.
We have a flag on the play. And it's going to go against the Mustangs, so they'll go back a few yards here. 5-yard penalty, 5-yard walk-off. And I think now they'll run it out. 45 seconds to play here in the first half. And down 36-6. But you never know. And they are going to throw the ball. But boy, Stewart's in trouble, and he's going to lose the football, and it's going to be picked up. And I believe that's a live football.
It is.
And that's going to be a touchdown. Let's get a number on that young man.
Jaden Moore, the senior.
Yeah. Wow. Boy, they had great pursuit after Ben Stewart, and the ball came loose.
It was a really heads-up play by Tobiah Agariga. Flicked the ball right into his hands.
Man, and Jaden Mora
right
picks
into
it
Mora's
up.
hands.
Yeah, runs it in. Unbelievable. Wow, here you are just trying to run the clock out, and the turnover, and then Connor Rye is in for the extra point, and it's good. Wow, 42-6 now. You see the scoreboard. 34 seconds. Man, I am almost speechless after that. That's a tough break. But that's what good teams do. They force turnovers, and they take advantage and score touchdowns. And Betts is very good at that, Jeff.
They really are. We talked about it, Alan, against a team like Veterans Memorial. Turnovers are going to be crushing. You've seen a couple already tonight. You just saw the scoop and score, and at this point now, just try to get out of the half.
All right, so let's see what King's just going to take this ball. I'm sure going to run the clock out here and then get it ready to go in at halftime and talk about it. Again, we'll be back here on KDF Live. High school football again tomorrow night. We've got Moody taking on Gregory Portland, and it's also the district opener for both teams. Last week, Gregory Portland opened their season against Cal Allen and lost 35-7. And then the Moody Trojans knocked off Beeville 46-43. So should be interesting to see how that game goes tomorrow night. But for now, we got the Eagles and we got the Mustangs. And you see the score. That's right, 43-6, and we're still playing in the first half. Connor Rye with the kickoff. And that's Josiah King, and he'll take it to the 30-yard line. And with 32 seconds left, they'll simply run out the clock here. Again, we'll have both bands. We'll have both drill teams. to show off here at halftime on a gorgeous night. Jeff, you're outdoors. How's it feel out there?
As good as it looks. It's a nice night. Can't complain.
I think you and I need to
hey,
trade places.
You want to switch? We'll switch.
Okay. Who wants to be in air conditioning at a football game? On a cool night. On a cool night. On a cool night. Yeah.
You are correct.
Now, if it's 2 in the afternoon, yes, I want to be in the air conditioning.
That is, you're making good points.
Benjamin Stewart's going to run, and he's going to turn upfield to about the 35. That's going to be the final play of the first half. Yeah, they're going to run out the clock. So we've just about reached halftime here. It's been all Veterans Memorial. They've been very, very impressive. They've got a 43-6 lead at halftime. You may get a chance to see some of the backups in the second half for Vets, and that's a good thing if you're an Eagles fan, get a chance to see some of the other players. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas Live on KDF. Alan Harwell with Jeff Dubraw. We will see you back here at the start of the third quarter, so enjoy the bands, the drill teams, live from Cavanis Field. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the start of the second half here at Capitas Field. It's all Veterans Memorial as they're in complete charge of the King Mustangs right now, 43-6. Again, a complete total domination, and the King Mustangs looking to improve on a lot of things here in the second half. We'll have to wait and see how it all develops. Jeffrey Dubroff joins us now. Jeff, I know this has been pretty much all vets. What does King have to do here to get things going their way a little bit, you think?
Yeah, Alan, first thing is slow the game down. You're down 42-6. The game, you're not going to make a 36-point play. That's obvious. Slow the ball down. Allow Ben Stewart, as we said in the first half, to get into a rhythm. Josiah King had some good runs. They just need one or two breaks. Get back in this game, and, a couple of touchdowns, you're right back in it. The turnovers have to be limited. We saw that's what killed them before the end of the first half. Just stay steady, don't rush things, and you'll be fine.
All right, we will see how this second half develops, and the King Mustangs will get the ball to start the third quarter. Connor Rye will kick it off now for Vets Memorial. And the second half is underway at Capitas Field as you're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas on KDF Television. So the Mustangs will get the ball here to start the second half. It was a struggle in the first half for King, but again, it's early in the season. They're still have a new coach, have a new offense, a new defense, and they're trying to get things going here. They will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Good halftime show. Appreciate both the bands and the drill teams from King and Vets. They sounded great.
Nothing like the pageantry of Friday Night Lights, or rather in this case, Thursday Night Lights. The football bands are the best.
They really are. Here we go, 1st and 25 for the Mustangs to start the second half of play. Benjamin Stewart, the quarterback, and he'll fake to Josiah King, and he'll throw across the middle. You can see it is an incomplete pass.
Had time there, just overthrew him a little bit.
If you're the Mustangs, you just got to keep your chin up. You know, don't get too discouraged. It's early in the season. A lot of football still to be played, and you just want to come out here and play the best you can and just show some pride here in the second half, and I know they will.
Yeah, Alan, at this point, keep your head above water. Keep on, find things to grow on going into week 3. And we're talking, this game is far from over. You still have 2 quarters to play. Just start by chipping away at the lead and, making good plays.
Well, that's exactly what the Mustangs are intending to do here. And this is Josiah King. Man, nowhere to go. There's been very little running up the middle against that staunch Vets Memorial D. So that's going to force a 3rd and 10.
Alan, Nicholas Guerrero has just been a man among boys down there. That front 3 of the defensive line has been fantastic. You're looking at Rylan Birch, Nick Guerrero, and then the big man on the other side. I believe that's number 43, Jason Nicolette. No, excuse me, that's 42. That's Nick Guerrero. Sorry about that.
Well, they certainly have some big size on that defensive front. Now, Benjamin Stewart drops the snap, and Mustangs recover. And they'll be forced to punt here on their opening drive. So it's going to be a 3-and-out for King. And Benjamin Stewart, of course, will stay in the ball game because he'll punt the ball away. And this time, back deep for Vets Memorial is number 4, Jonathan Gonzalez. So the Mustangs lose about 4 yards on their opening drive of the second half. So they'll be kicking from their own 21-yard line. And Benjamin Stewart is going to kick it away. And Gonzalez buffs the punt, but he recovers the football. So Vets Memorial avoids the turnover, and they'll start the ball in good field position starting at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah,
so,
nice heads-up play by Gonzalez to fall on that ball. But, man, that would have been a really, really nice break for King and a way to just spark their offense early here in the third quarter.
All right, you have a new quarterback in now for Vets Memorial. That's a sophomore, Elijah Durrett. And Meador stays in the game at running back, and that's him carrying the football, and he'll pick up a nice carry. That's 9 yards. Or I take that back. Or is that number 28? That may have been 28 carrying the ball that time.
Jacob Lugo, and he's
Jacob Lugo with the carry, and it looks like he's shaken up a little bit. That's something you do not want to see if you're the coach for Vets or any high school football fan. So Coach Semper is out there to take a look. I imagine, Jeff, we'll see a lot of new faces throughout this second half from the Vets Memorial side. Get a chance to for some of the other players to get some playing time.
Yeah, and a big thing too, Alan. You have a lead like this. No sense in keeping your starters and risking any sort of injury this early in the season.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We're early in the second half. It's 43-6. Eagles with 10:14 to play in the third quarter. All right, welcome back to Cabinets Field. That was Jacob Lugo, who was able to walk off on his own power. He's going to go inside the tent there and get a look at it. He had a nice run there of 8 yards, so it's now going to be 2nd and 2 for Vets Memorial. And again, that's Elijah Durrett, who's in there now playing quarterback, and he'll scramble, and he's going to end up losing about 2 yards on the play. So it'll now be about 3rd and 3.5.
Yeah, and if I'm Cody Semper calling these plays, look for them to this be a run-heavy half, really run the clock, but also give Durrett the opportunity to get loose in the pocket, throw some footballs.
Just a sophomore. He's getting some good playing time, and he'll hand it off here to number 17, Alejandro Guerrero, a sophomore. So a lot of young kids getting some playing time now. And that'll move the chains. That'll be a first down for Vets Memorial.
Alan, 8 sophomores rather, on this roster. Really goes to show the depth that Veterans Memorial can go to. Just picking 8 sophomores and bringing them up to varsity.
All right, Durrett calling the signals, looking, throwing across the middle, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Frederick Vargas. That'll stop the clock. If you just joined us, you're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas live from Cabinets Field. Thursday night high school football. Eagles lead the Mustangs 43-6. 9:19 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Vets definitely making a statement here, opening night of the district season. They're coming off that big win over Miller last week. All right, this is another handoff to Guerrero, and he picks up about 5. So that'll be 3rd down, about 4. Again, the Eagles in no rush right now, running the clock. They got a big lead.
And unless my eyes are deceiving me on it, it is all second string offense in for the Eagles, getting some new guys some experience on a game like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Sipper wants to get in now. Wants to see the future now. These guys, they want to play too. And this is Durrett. He's going to throw the ball, and a little out the outstretched hands of Luke Semper. Luke Semper. The name does sound familiar, doesn't it?
Just a little bit. And Alan, look down. Carter Centerfit right there standing next to Cody Semper, the starter, calling plays, helping out. It's what you want to see from a leader. He's not hanging back on the bench, anything like that.
Well, it's 4th down, and they're going to go for it here. They need about 4 yards. Again, Durrett, the sophomore quarterback, in now for the Eagles, and he'll hand it off. Yeah, that's a nice run. That's really a first nice down run by Alejandro Guerrero, another sophomore. You talked about all the sophomores, Jeff. So
8 sophomores on this roster. I mean, really nice play there. Finds the hole on the outside to the left. Makes a nice stiff arm, cuts up, and gets the yards. Makes it look easy.
Well, they pretty much made it look easy all night, whether it's the starters or the number 2 team. And the new guys are doing a really good job right now. Durrett is going to roll right, looking. And
Semper's open. Ooh.
And he is going to get sacked for about a 4-yard loss. Yeah, Semper was open at one point, but just couldn't get the ball to him. So now it's going to be 2nd and about 14.
And again, Alan, for King, these are plays to grow on. Try to find something that you can look back on the film and see what you did right in the second half.
Well, it was about as perfect first half as you could play for Vets Memorial. And this is going to be Guerrero again. And, boy, you think you got him down, and you don't. Around the left side, 20-15, down to the 14-yard line. Boy, some nifty running there by Alejandro Guerrero.
Yeah, really nice. Kept his knee off the ground by falling onto one of his blockers, pecked back right up.
So Vets moving those chains and running clock here. 7:20 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Eagles up 43-6. All 43 points coming in the first half. And this is Luke Semper around the right side, and he'll get down to about the 12.
I think we're going to get a holding here, Alan.
Yeah, you're right. That'll bring it back a little bit.
Holding on Guerrero there.
Well, that's got to be a thrill for the coach to have his son out there playing. Well, that'll bring it back to the 26-yard line now. And again, the clock is just running. 7:06. Vets in no hurry. First and forever. Durrett throwing, got a man open, overthrows him, incomplete.
Got him there.
Yeah, looks like the pass was intended for, was it Alex Ramirez?
Believe so.
So that'll stop the clock.
So, Alan, I've always been wondering, we talk about how many good teams we have in this area, Veterans Memorial being one of them. I mean, King, obviously a talented football team, but you don't often get to see these teams play. Is there a kind of a dream matchup you've always wanted to see? You know, we talk Miller and Cal Allen. We're finally going to get that this year. Is there anyone you've always wanted to see?
All right, this is Durrett who's going to take off, and we got a loose pigskin picked up by the King Mustangs, and we're going back the other direction. And we're at the 40, 45, and run out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That's number 65, Jacob Norwood, the junior, picked it up, and he picked up some good yards. So I'm sorry, Jeff, what was the question again?
No, I mean, we were talking about earlier, and, I asked the question a little too close to the play. We talk about getting these matchups that we normally don't get to see. We finally get Miller-Cal Allen this year, a matchup that we all wanted to see last year, but different conferences. Is there a matchup that you've always wanted to see that, just can't happen, but on paper you'd like to see?
Man, that's a good one. Let me think about that.
Like a Veterans Memorial and Cal Allen.
Yeah, and we saw that a few years ago for the district championship game that we televised. And here's a pitch out to Josiah King, and there's simply nowhere to run. That's a great tackle by number 30 for the Eagles, and that is Joseph Davis. Yeah, that was a game we wanted to see several years ago when Cal Allen beat Vets for the district championship. I really thought going in the Cal Allen Miller game was going to be a great game, and it still could be.
I think it still will be.
This is Josiah King getting a few of those yards back. It'll be 3rd and 9 now. We talk a lot about Cal Allen. We talk a lot about Miller being the favorites, but Port Lavaca, they're out of our viewing audience. We don't get to see them much, but they've still got their big running back this year, and they played Waco La Vega very well this year as well. So,
and Richard Whitaker, the head coach there, he's been there for a long time, has that team reloaded every single year.
Yeah, you just don't see the wishbone hardly anymore.
Nope.
All right, 3rd and 9 now for King. This is Josiah King will take it and avoids a couple of tacklers, running hard, gets it down to about the 45. He'll be 3 yards short of a first down, and Mustangs would go for it here on 4th and short. Well, again, that's a game we're going to televise October 16th. Cal Allen and Miller from Buccaneer Stadium.
That's going to be fantastic.
Got a big game next week. Looking ahead, Cal Allen's going to play Tolosa Midway. Two neighbors going at it. Tolosa Midway's got 3 wins this year. They're off to a good start to 3-1.
Yeah, Wade Miller, since he's first gotten there, is slowly building up that program and has them in a really, really good spot so far this year.
Well, he's got a big offensive line. He calls it the biggest line he's ever had in his coaching career. There's some big boys on there. So they went to the running game this year. Remember when Wade originally took that job a few years ago, he threw the ball in almost every play. But he adapts to what he has, and he just felt like that he had some big blockers this year, and he had some good running backs. He's got a big, strong quarterback, and let's run it and see what we can do. And it's worked so far. And again, 3 wins.
And, Alan, I was at their game against Robstown. What was it?
A couple of weeks ago?
It was a couple of weeks ago where I'm losing track of time. The season's flying by. And it was a majority passing team. I come back the following week. They take on Ray, And I don't know if I think their quarterback might have been out for the game, and they ran the ball the entire time. The way they were able to just diversify that offense was impressive and a testament to Wade Miller and his scheming. And they got the win over Ray, a big win for them.
So the Mustangs called timeout to talk about it. It's 4th and 2, and let's see what they draw up here. Benjamin Stewart under center, calling out the signals. And let's see who gets the handoff. You know it's Josiah King, but boy, I tell you what, there's just no holes whatsoever to be found. And Vets Memorial snuffs it out, and they're going to force the ball back to their side. So that's a game I'm looking forward to. That's homecoming night for Cal Allen, so that'll be a big night for the Wildcats. Now you're going to be at the Miller-Ray game tomorrow night, aren't you?
I will be. Miller coming off back-to-back losses for the first time since 2018.
Yeah, I never suspected that. And here is Vets on 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. That's number 17, Alejandro Guerrero, who's going to pick up about 4.5 yards. I'll be here, of course, for the Moody game against Gregory Portland.
That's going to be a good one, Alan.
Mathis Pirates are going to open their season tomorrow night, so I'm excited. They're at home, so I want to see what they have. Durrett back, throws, and that's caught. That's a first down, and more yardage to be had by Alex Ramirez. The senior makes a nice catch, and they get the ball down to about the 28-yard line, so another first down.
Nice play there by Durrett. He was a little flustered in that first drive, probably some jitters. You know, a sophomore coming out, leading a varsity drive. He looked a little more locked in, a little more calm down in the pocket. Nice throw.
Yeah, Durrett getting into a rhythm now. And a little stumble here. I believe that was number 17 again. I believe that was Alejandro Guerrero. Lost about a yard on the play. Clock is ticking down, 3:41 to play here and counting in the third quarter. No scoring yet here in the second half. And Durrett throws it out to number 15. That's Luke Semper, and Luke's going to pick up about 3 or 4 until he gets run out of bounds. So it's going to be third down now for Vets, 3rd and about 7.
Clock really flying, Alan.
Yeah, this is what we kind of figured. Both teams would run the clock here in the second half and try to get out of here. This is Durrett looking, and he drops the ball, looks like, and who picked it up? I believe.
I think he fell on it.
Okay.
He did.
All right. So now it's going to be 4th down, and we got a player down for Vets. And we're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. Eagles lead the Mustangs 43-6. Welcome back to Game Night South Texas, sponsored by Thomas J. Henry. We're live at Cabinets Field as Nathan Guarva, who's walking off gingerly off the field. He's a senior. So here's the situation now. It's 4th and about 13 for Vets Memorial, 2:52 and counting here in the third quarter. That's Durrett back looking, and he's going to go deep. Got a man, and he'll be knocked away by number 42 for the Mustangs, and that is Edward Manzano. So the ball will turn over on downs, and the Mustangs hold, Jeff.
Good defensive stop. Again, just things to build off of at this point. Look for things when you look back on film that you like. Remember the positives on a night like this.
So the King Mustangs will take over now on their own 31-yard line. Down 43-6, 2:43 to play here in the third quarter. And they're looking for some positives here to build on for next week. And that'll be Ben Stewart around the left side. He'll take it himself. Look at him go down to the 49-yard line. It's a good pickup of about 17 yards. That's a first down.
That read option really has been the one silver lining in this game. They've really run that well.
So the Mustangs pick up and Ben Stewart really has done a really good job of running the football tonight. He's picked up several first downs, and there he is again. And there's nowhere to go. And that's going to be a big loss this time. He's going to lose about 6. Not sure what they were trying to do there on that play.
Yeah, that was another read option that time, though. It was picked up nicely by the safety and the linebacker on the outside.
So it's going to be 2nd and 17 now as they're pushed back to their own 42-yard line. And Stewart does a nice job of handling the ball, and he throws it across the middle, and that's a completion to number 12.
I think they're going to call it incomplete.
Brian Guillen. Really? Okay. Ball must have hit the ground. Benjamin had trouble with the football at first, but then he was able to gain his composure and throw the ball across the middle. But it is an incomplete pass, so it's now going to be 3rd and about 17. Let's see what King dials up. Boy, just no time to throw the ball as Benjamin Stewart tries to hit his running back out of the backfield, Josiah King. There is a flag on the play.
You're gonna get who is there? You're gonna get Nathan Reyes was off the line. They're gonna have too many people off the line there. He didn't check. The legal procedure. Nathan Reyes don't believe checked with the line judge there. He's got to be on the line. Had too many guys off.
So Vets will not accept the penalty, and it's going to be 4th and long, and the Mustangs are going to pump the ball away. So Benjamin Stewart stays in to kick the ball away, and back deep now for Veterans Memorial is Jonathan Gonzalez. And Benjamin with a nice punt here. And it'll hit, and it'll roll. Get a King roll, and it'll go down to about the 18-yard line. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry Live Football from Cabinets Field. It's all Eagles, 43-6. Back with more after this. Welcome back with more of Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas as the Eagles get the ball back. They're on their own 17-yard line. And we got a handoff to number 17 as Guerrero picks up about 4. Jeff, one of the things we haven't touched on is both these teams this year will only play 9 games. There's a 9-game schedule. So the rest of the way, it's all district ball games for King and Vets Memorial.
It is, every game counts. And in a season like this where, outside factors that we have talked about plenty of times, affect the schedule. Every game is absolutely going to count.
Durrett's going to go down the left side, and it's going to be overthrown. It was intended for number 18, Jordan Hurd. Neither Vets nor King could fill that 10th spot this year, and so they'll play 9. So it's all district play the rest of the way. Every game, like you said, counts. So, and we did the math. I think 3 losses does not get you in the playoffs. I think you got to have 2 or less. A lot, of course, can still happen, but just got to try to win them all. This is Durrett. He's going to take it himself up the middle. He'll get a first down and more. He'll get down to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, nice run there by Durrett. Quick speed.
They will officially mark it at the 39-yard line. So a nice run by Durrett. The future, he's a sophomore. And, of course, Carter Centerfit, their all-world quarterback, is a senior. We have a lot of really good quarterbacks in South Texas. You know, I keep thinking this is the best quarterback or this is the best quarterback. But really, Jeff, we have a lot of guys to choose from.
It really seems like the mantelpiece is Guerrero is going to take this to the 50 and past it.
Yeah, that's a really good run. That's another first down. He'll get that down to about the 47-yard line.
You're absolutely right, though, Al. I mean, it seems like every week we're crowning best quarterback to a guy. I mean, you think past the 5A ranks where you have guys like Carter Centerfit. Ben Stewart from King is a great example. And then you go down below. Cutter Stewart over at Orange Grove is fantastic.
He
Leonard
is
at London.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not naming people right now because this is all off the top of my head.
Well, Andrew Body, of course.
Andrew Body, of course,
absolutely.
Miller,
is outstanding. He's already announced where he's going to school. All right, we're going to have a timeout here, so let's take a timeout with them. 43-6. Actually, we've ended the third quarter. Man, that was fast. We have played 3 quarters, no scoring here in the third chapter. Eagles lead 43-6. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Back with more after this. Welcome back to Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. We're starting the fourth quarter now, and it's all Veterans Memorial. They're up 43-6. They got the ball now on the 47-yard line. Durrett throws it across the left side, and it's a catch by Jonathan Hurd for very little gain.
King says it was a fumble. I think they're going to call him down, though.
Yeah, I think he was. I think the knee hit the ground first. So you have an update from the Alice game, Jeff?
We do. Halftime. The Coyotes in it right now, 17-13. Wimberley apparently before the half took it back to the house. Block in the back was called, and then a Hail Mary on an untimed down falls just short of the 1 yard line.
Wow, man.
Coyotes down 17-13 in their first game of the season. State runner-up Wimberley Texans. This is not an easy matchup right out of the gate for Kyle Atwood's Coyotes.
2nd and 7 now for Vets Memorial, and looks like we're going to have a timeout.
No, delay of game.
Delay of game, okay. They didn't get the timeout called before the delay of game. They tried to get it in, but it just couldn't get it done. That would be quite a story if Alice were to win that game tonight. First game out of the box.
When the rest of their district is, way ahead of them at this point in time.
Oh, my goodness, yeah, you're right about that. All right, 2nd and 12 now for Vets, as they try to keep this clock going. And this will be Durrett. He'll take it himself, and there's nowhere to go. King knows they're probably going to run the ball up the middle, just anticipating that, and there's just nothing there.
Yeah, Alan, if you're Cody Simper right now, look, you have a 43-6 lead. This game is in the bag. You're going to go 2-0, but you're also looking at who potentially can take spots. This is a game of football where anything can happen, and the next man needs to be up right away.
Oh, this is tremendous experience. You're right for these young men who. And Cody actually told me last week. He said, "You know what? It may be 3 or 4 games before we know all our starters because we haven't had enough live action to see who can do what." 3rd and 12 now for Vets. And Durrett is back. He got all day to throw, and he's got a man wide open. That's number 20. Frederick Vargas runs in untouched, and Vets Memorial scores again to take a 49-6 lead.
Really pretty ball there from Durrett. You're not going to find a more wide open receiver. Durrett, really nice touchdown pass. Was patient, calm, found Vargas on the wheel route. Really nice play.
Vargas is a senior, and he made a nice catch, and then he ran in untouched.
Got to be happy for a senior like Vargas coming in, getting a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, you know that. The extra point is up, and it is good. Those are the first points of the second half, and that's an even 50 now for the Eagles, and only 6 for the King Mustangs. 9:59 to play in the ball game. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Back with more after this. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas as Elijah Durrett, the long TD pass to Frederick Vargas for the Vet score, and they're kicking off now back to the King Mustangs. That was a big touchdown for those 2 young men. That's something they're going to remember for a long, long time. So now they've scored 50. They got 57 a week ago, so for the second consecutive week now, the Eagles have cracked that 50 mark.
Yeah, this is a potent offense, and what you have to be encouraged by if you're Cody Simper is the 6 on the other side, giving up 30.5 points to Miller, who, by the way, Miller's going to get their 35, 42 points a game just because of how that offense works and how good of the athletes they have on that side of the ball. But look, King has good athletes too. Every CCISD team has good athletes. To be able to hold them to 6 at the moment with a mixture of first string and second stringers, that's equally as impressive as the offensive production tonight.
So King takes over now 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Benjamin Stewart's gone the entire game now for the Mustangs, and he's trying to get out of some trouble here. He'll roll left, and he'll throw this ball out of bounds.
Oh, Carter Centerfield, what a catch on the
He can pretty much do it all, and he was, I think, is holding something in his left hand.
Holding the clipboard.
And a towel.
Centerfield's a dual athlete, good baseball player as well.
I interviewed him last week after the game when we gave them the Thomas J. Henry Friday Night Fever Game of the Week trophy. I said, man, you look good tonight. You scored 57. He says, nah, not really. If you were in the huddle, you realize we had a lot of mistakes. And they're still able to put up 57.
And by the way, if I'm any of the coaching staff who just saw Carter do that, I say, sit down, hold the clipboard, do not do anything to get yourself hurt.
All right, this is Elijah. Josiah King now. Josiah King with a nice run all the way down to the 42, 43-yard line. That's a good pickup. That's a first down. Josiah King. I asked him before the ball game, I said, you going to give us some highlights? He said, oh, yeah.
He can do it. In the blink of an eye, he can be in the end zone.
Well, you know, he's just dying to break one here. And he may do it. He's got time here in the fourth quarter. So nice run by Josiah King as they have the ball now. 1st and 10 from their own 43. And this is King again up the middle. Boy, that's some tough running. There's nothing there. Even some of the second teamers on that Vets D. There's some big guys too out there, Jeff.
Yes, it's an all-around very big team and a lot of depth for Cody Simper to kind of move guys in and out. And again, that's the thing. When you have depth like that, it just gives your first stringers a break to be able, and in more of a close game situation, to be able to rotate with confidence and faith that they're going to get the job done makes a world of difference.
All right, so 2nd and 10 now for the King Mustangs. Stewart fakes the handoff, throws it across the middle, and it is going to be a catch. That's Nathan Reyes. Picks up about 6 on the play. Nathan with the only touchdown of the game so far for King. And
Nathan Reyes has been really impressive. Back-to-back weeks, Alan, we're seeing sophomore receivers put up really big numbers, really good games. And again, despite what the scoreboard says, he's been really strong.
all right, 3rd and short now for King. They can try to pick up a first down here and keep the drive alive. And nobody to throw to, and Benjamin's just going to throw that ball out.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. I
Not
think
sure
it might have been
either.
a busted play. You saw Josiah King kind of stand there. It looked as if he didn't know when the play or the snap was coming. I think there was a little miscommunication there down on the field.
All right, so 4th down, about 2 yards, and Benjamin Stewart will take the quarterback sneak, and he'll get the first down. Some tough running from Benjamin Stewart, and that'll move the chains. So some tough running there, and the Mustangs convert on 4th and 2.
Again, just things to grow on. Try to get in the end zone here. Find something to pick out from a game like this that you can kind of hang your hat on and say, this is what happens when we execute the way we're supposed to.
I agree. 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs from their own, actually from the Vets 46-yard line. Benjamin Stewart across the middle, incomplete, intended for, I believe that was number 12, Brian Guillen. So that will stop the clock. 7:35 to play. Be sure and tune in again tomorrow night here on KDF as we'll televise Moody and Gregory Portland, district opener for both teams. Tomorrow night's game starts at 7:30. We'll be on right at 7:30 for the kickoff. And then be sure and join us for Friday Night Fever at 10 o'clock on Chris 6 News.
Oh, yes.
All right, Benjamin Stewart's going to take this one himself, and he's going to pick up about 5 on the play. So we'll have, I know you're a busy man. I know that Friday's got to be your favorite night of the week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. How can it not be? I mean, get to run around all of Corpus Christi and the Coastal Bend, shooting football games, going back, recapping the night. You're going to be able to kick your feet back, have some free food.
And there's always some great stories to tell. 3rd and 5 now for King. Now, the free food part, I need to ask you more about. I need to go where you're going.
I would figure that people would buy you food. They'd see you and offer.
Well,
I have not reached that status yet.
this is Josiah King. We talked about him breaking one tonight. This could be it all the way down. And he is going to get into the end zone. That's a great run by Josiah King, a 46-yard run. And we talked about him being the home run hitter, and there it was.
Absolutely. Great play by Josiah King, finding the hole, burst of speed. He's able to shake off a couple of tacklers. Big play by Josiah King, and you see what happens when this offense is able to execute on every single level, from the blocking all the way down, and the receivers were able to block downfield. Great play by Josiah King.
All right, it just goes to show you they can get it done, and that's a big run. And I just had a feeling he was going to break one here before the game was over. This is King again. He's going to try to get in for 2, but it's not going to work. They tried to catch Vets Memorial napping, but they didn't. So the Mustangs are on the board again tonight with their 2nd touchdown. 6:38 to play in the ball game. Eagles 50 and the Mustangs 12. Thomas J. Henry, game night, South Texas. Live high school football on KDF. Welcome back to Cabinet's Field. Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. The Mustangs, Josiah King, just scored from 46 yards out. And the Mustangs are on the board for the second time tonight. They're down 50-12 now, 6:38 to play in this football game. And now the Mustangs will kick off. And Vets takes it from their own 20, 25, 30. And they'll get it all the way up to the 36-yard line. So hard to believe, Jeff. It's already week 6 of the high school season. It's an unusual season because the 4As and below got an early start. So we'll be doing playoff games when the 5As are still playing regular season games.
That is going to be overtime for you and me.
It's going to be interesting. That's never happened before, so
No,
it's going to be a very unusual situation.
I'm looking forward to it, though. You know, it's staggering the start times for the teams this year. A different type of move, an interesting move, but, you know, whatever to get these young kids on the field and be able to play the game they love, but in all sports.
Elijah Durrett is back in at quarterback for Vets here midway through the fourth quarter, and that's a nice run there. I believe that's number 45, and his name is Jeremiah Sosa. He's a junior, and he picked up about 6 yards on that carry. As the clock winds down, 6:12. I imagine that Vets will keep it on the ground for the rest of the fourth quarter. And as you can see, they're in no hurry right now. Now watch, they're going to throw the ball here. So they're going to run it. Nah, they're going to keep it on the ground. That's a big run. That's Sosa again. And he gets it all the way down to about the 36-yard line. So just from seeing what these backups can do, looks like Vets has some really good, stable running backs.
Yeah, good young group of running backs that Cody Semper is going to be able to rely on for a long time to come.
All right, so 1st and 10 now from the 37-yard line for Vets. And they are going to throw the ball. Durrett with a short pass, and that may be good for a couple of yards. I believe that was – did you get a number on that, Jeff?
I believe at the top of our screen that was number 18, Jordan Hurd, another sophomore.
Okay, all right. The windows here are starting to fog up a little bit in the – we've got so much air conditioning in here, Jeff. That
way to rub it in.
Yeah, there you go. It's just, man, I might have to put a jacket on here in a minute. All right, so this is Durrett this time. We'll take it and look at him run. I think he got a first down.
Yeah, he did.
Down to about the 26-yard line as they keep that clock rolling. We'll have highlights of this game, plus highlights of Carroll and Victoria East on the Chris Six Sportscast tonight. We'll be live here from the stadium, and we'll get you updated on the Alice game as well. And this is Durrett, and he will take off himself, and he's going to score, and he gets his first touchdown of the night. How impressive was that run, Jeff?
What was even more impressive was the fact that it looked like he was looking for the screen pass to Luke Semper, and the safety came down. Had he thrown that ball, that was going the other way for 6. Decides against it, takes off. Great judgment call there.
Well, they're an extra point away from scoring 57 points for the second consecutive game now. I can do the math on that. If he gets it, that's an average of 57 points a game.
Hey, there it is.
And the kick is good, so that stretches their lead out now, 57-12, 4:17 to play. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, live from Cabinet's Field, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. Elijah Durrett with a 26-yard run. And the Eagles stretch the lead now to 57-12. 4:17 left in the ball game. And that is Connor Rye with the kickoff. And King will start the ball now, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. So it's going to be a good district, and you're right, Jeff. We've got a lot of teams here that certainly have a chance to do some damage. And I'm telling you, watch out for Flower Bluff. That they are so well coached. This is a team that has a chance to really be special this year. They went to Rockport and won their season opener after Rockport beat Miller, and Flower Bluff played really well. Of course, no game this week because their game against Victoria West got postponed. That game has been moved now to December the 4th.
Yeah, Chris Steinbruck always has his teams ready to go.
This is Josiah King running. I think he's going to get a first down. And for Flower Bluff, they waited so long to play their first game. So they got their first game in last week, and now they got to wait some more. So a lot of practice time this week for the Flower Bluff Hornets. So that's a first down. So it's now 1st and 10 for King. Trying to build some momentum here after scoring on their last drive. And Benjamin Stewart across the middle. It is a catch. It's a gain of about 6. And that's Nathan Reyes again. Nathan's had a good game. He's got a touchdown. He's got several catches. So Mustangs are second and a long 2 now, or actually a long 1. And Josiah King's been the only running back that the Mustangs have used tonight. He's carried the load. And there he is again, up the middle, and that's another King Mustangs first down as Josiah King carries some Vets Memorial Eagles on his back to the 50-yard line. Benjamin Stewart getting the signals from the sidelines. This game is just about over. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game. And Stewart this time will throw it across the middle. That is Reyes again. Nice catch, and that's going to be another King Mustang first down. And that'll stop the clock briefly to move the chains. Mustangs are right back at it. And Stewart to Josiah King and avoids a would-be tackler. He may have gotten a yard on the play. And the clock continues to run. No 2-minute warning in high school football, of course. We're at about the 2:03 mark in this game. King still has 2 timeouts. Not sure if he'll use them or not. I doubt it. Second and 9. Stewart back, and he's going to find a receiver across the middle, and that's a nice move there by Brian Guillen. But not a lot of yardage, unfortunately, for the Mustang. Well, yeah, I guess they did pick up about 6 or 7. Clock continues to run, 1:25 and counting. And let's see if the Mustangs try to throw a couple of long throws here to the end zone to try to close this game out. But they're in absolutely no hurry, and for good reason. 1:06 to play. This is Josiah King. A lot of running room. He's to the 25, 20, 15. Oh, he slipped. He had a chance to score again. And another first down.
King able to find that outside edge now, Allen.
Josiah King over 100 yards rushing tonight. 53 seconds and counting. Time for maybe 1 or 2 more plays. Play clock down to 17 seconds. And this is King again. Boy, he wants to score again, and he is going to score. That's a nice run by Josiah King up the middle. That's his second score of the game. And the Mustangs find the scoreboard one more time.
Yeah, nice play by Josiah King. Really kind of took his time. Nice juke move, a slower-esque juke move there. A nice slow juke. Finds his way into the end zone. A nice way to finish the game. As we said, Alan, just find the little things to build off of going into their week 3.
Well, I'm with you on that. They're going to go for 2. And Stewart's going to throw the ball.
The jump pass.
He got it, Tim Tebow style, as you indicated earlier. That's a nice catch by Eusebio Rodriguez. Eusebio Rodriguez with the catch. Just a junior. So the score is now Eagles 57 and the Mustangs 20. All right, let's take one more quick timeout. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Game Night, South Texas Live from Cavaniss Field, sponsored by Thomas J. Henry. 30 seconds to play in the game, and the Mustangs just scored a touchdown. They got the 2-point conversion, so the score now is Veterans Memorial 57 and King Mustangs 20. And they're about to kick off here. Again, just 30 seconds left in this ball game. And here's the kick. And it'll go down to, well, we got a penalty on the play. Let's see what happened. Did somebody cross the line first for
I think it was a
King?
timeout. Timeout right before.
Interesting. All right. Well, that'll give us a chance to remind everybody we got the Friday Night Fever coming up tomorrow night, 10 o'clock on Chris 6 News. I'll be here for the Moody GP game, and Jeff Dubroff will be in the studio of highlights and scores of a lot of games from all over South Texas. It's a big week for the 5A schools again. They're opening district play.
Any game that you're, besides the one that you'll be at tomorrow, any game that you have your eye on, any one that you, if you weren't at GP and Moody, if you
yeah, to be honest, the Cal Allen Kerrville Tivy game, it's a non-district game, but Cal Allen's probably got the toughest non-district schedule of any team in our area this year, and it will be interesting to see how they play tomorrow night before they open district play.
Yeah, the Antlers are always good.
They are. So we'll see how that game goes. And we'll have highlights, of course, of that game tomorrow night. All right, so King's going to kick off again now. We got to try something tricky here. Nope, they're going to kick it all the way down to about the 12, 13-yard line, and they'll down it there. So I imagine vets will come out, they'll take a knee, and everybody will go off, and we'll be done for tonight. And then we'll start looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. That'll be a good time.
I want to know more about this free food thing. You kind of avoided that subject when I asked you that earlier, so I'm not real sure where you're getting all that free food from.
I'm not the one getting the free food.
Well, you're the one that brought it up earlier.
I think it's you. I think people see you and Alan Harwell, free nachos, a free Topo Chico.
You know, the nachos down pretty good right now.
Do you go jalapenos or no?
No. That's too
Alan.
spicy.
Oh,
come on.
goodness.
No.
Come on.
All right, there's that knee we talked about, and that's going to be the final play of the game. So, Jeff, I appreciate your commentary tonight. We enjoyed it. Always some good stuff to talk about. It was a fun night, and it was a big night for the Eagles as they opened district play with a resounding 57-20 win. So they start their season the way they want. They're 1-0 in district play, 2-0 overall. Be sure and join us again here tomorrow night, 7:30, for the live play-by-play call between the Moody Trojans, the Gregory Portland Wildcats, as they too open district play. Thank you so much for watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Have a great rest of your evening.